Hello again, YouTube. I know it's been a while. Just would like to say hello. Here with T-Sizzle. T-Wizzle. I'm a Sizzle. I'm drunk. So, as a kid, suburban, white America growing up, teachers always say, Alex, what do you want to be when you grow up? Say it. Simplest question I've ever been asked. Willy Wonka. Well, as I grew older, I started to realize this dream was impossible. People say, well, obviously. I say, well, why is that? They say, well, you can't have a big building and you can't make all this crazy candy. And I say, nope, that's not the reason why at all. Slavery. Slavery is the reason. It's racist to own a chocolate factory. Depressing days. I like to call it white kids with problems. Welcome to the CD. I'll take you on an adventure. Hills, mountains. That's all I can offer. And jokes. So come with me on this adventure. Happiness awaits. Hello there. It seems you took the journey. Took me up on my bed. I promise this isn't a rape. You can't see my fingers, they might be crossed. Might get a little weird. But let's do it anyways. So when I was a kid, my mom used to say, Alex, clean your room. You can have friends over this weekend. I don't understand it. I don't get what she didn't understand. Does she know how hard it is to hang up like 5 t-shirts? To untangle a Super Nintendo controller. Don't even get me started on Nintendo 64. Just got harder and harder and harder. Pretty soon, technology advanced so far, I never had friends over. PlayStation 2, your cords were like 6 feet long. Thanks a lot. Fuck you. Kept getting more and more clothes, more and more lazy, more and more busy. There's only one set of words that can describe this. Only affects a handful of the population. We like to call it, around these parts, white kids with problems. So, I see you're still on the journey. It's good to see. Remember what I said earlier, no promises. So, as a child, you play sports. You're like, yeah, I'll just try them all out. You know, I don't have to lift weights. Don't even have to really try. Little Tommy's pooping his pants rounding first. Little Susie just threw her tennis racket at her dad. Billy's laying down on the football field. I don't know what he's doing. Billy was weird. So, anyways, he used to play sports. The one thing, there was one reason you did it. It wasn't to get better and to be the best. It was to get that damn ribbon. Ribbons were like drugs. A man had a lot of ribbons. That's a man you could respect. If a man had a lot of ribbons and you respected him, chances are in the future, he would have a lot of drugs. I don't make up the odds, people. I don't even look at them. So I guess I make them up. Anyways, you know, around the same time, you also have to do stuff in school. You can't always be out of school playing sports and getting ribbons. You need to get respect at school. What do? Sign up for the school play. Of course you do. Is it even a question? So, you go up, and you're like, whatever, what do they gotta sing? Disney songs? Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the shit at Pocahontas. Aladdin? It's a little too Arab for my liking, but alright. I could do that. But, you know, you basically just hope for Little Mermaid, because that's what you know. Or maybe The Lion King. It's kind of a depressing movie though, so I'll drink to that. So, you go up, and you show up, and you're like, yeah, my voice is awesome. Because when you're little, you're like, Britney Spears, like, hello, I have the same voice as you. Anyone can do that. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees. Come on. Can't even tell if they were real. So you go up, and you sing, and you think you killed it. You think you dominated it. And then like a week later, they're like, nah, you're like extra number 4. And then you're like, what, there's only 2 extras. And they're like, yeah, don't worry about it. You're playing a rock. It's like, alright. You know. So those kind of elementary school moments that really tear at your heart. You know, screw up your mind. We call these moments white kids problems. So, little Billy, little Tommy, little Susie, all had their problems. Every kid who's ever tried out for the play or musical, they had their problems. Still on the journey, I see. I'm still looking pale as ever. Everyone knows me. See, these stories I tell, not just about any kids. They're about white kids with problems. And our problems are so great. We don't have little problems. We don't have huge problems. We got white kid problems. So, the other day, my mom's like, we gotta go to the grocery store. I'm like, alright, whatever. You know, free samples, right? So we go there. None of the free samples were good. None of them. I'm like, you go there expecting like, well, I'm just gonna eat chicken, I'm gonna eat pizza, the whole full course. Nope. Like, Mom, is this a third world country? Why do we even shop here? Damn you, Sam's. Should have shopped at Cops. They always had my bag. So anyways, moving on. You know, when your family's planning a vacation, you're like, well, of course you're going to Florida. Because you're a white kid. You're going to Disney. I've been to Disney a few times. So you get there. And you're like, what ride do I want to ride? Well, once again, is this even a question? You're going to ride Space Mountain. You're going to ride Splash Mountain. You're going to ride Thunder Mountain Railroad. You stick to the 3 mountains. It's the law of white kids. So you get there. Ride Space Mountain. Fun. You stand in line, you eventually ride Thunder Mountain Railroad. It's a blast. You approach Splash Mountain. The ride's closed. Thanks a lot, Walt Disney. Weren't you at one time in life a white kid with problems? Should have known by that Aladdin movie you tried tricking me with. Just shaking my head at you right now. So, we're all getting older now. Approaching middle school. It's no longer the cool thing to ride the bus. The bus has become a certain social status. Cool kids don't ride the bus. So, you're like, whatever. I'll walk home. I'm not bringing my bike. You're one of the bike kids? No. So, you don't walk home when it's raining. You call your mom. Your mom picks you up. You don't even have to call her. You don't walk home in the snow. Your mom picks you up. Or your friend's mom picks you up. Point is, you're not walking home in the snow. You're not walking home in the rain. But you know what you are walking home in? When that ground is just a little damp. Some days, you just don't want to walk home. You're lazy. You say, your house is 8 blocks away. You say, so? Where's that ride? I'll sit here and wait at school for 15 minutes. It might be a 10-minute walk home, but I'm gonna sit here waiting. I was one of those kids. Other students, who I knew, had the same problem. There's something in common between us all. We were all white kids with problems. So you're still in middle school. Middle school is the first time where a dance is gonna happen. You're like, yeah. Big cheese and grin. You're like, oh, I know who I'm not gonna ask to the dance, but I'm gonna pretend in my head. Because I'm in middle school. I'm pretty much a punk. I'm not asking anyone. I'm just gonna show up. So you go. And you dance with a few girls, actually. Because you're just being yourself. You're just hanging out with the boys. You dance with a few girls. Nothing too serious. And then what happens is the dance ends at like 7. What kind of dance ends at 7? Started at 3:30. Like, what is that? Ridiculous. Just plain ridiculous. White kids with problems.